Wayne Bretsch has been the PRO, the principal race officer on Division III here in Key West for 17 years. Wayne, how did you first come down to Key West? What led you down here? What was the connection that led you down here to begin with?
That's a great question for Chesapeake Bay sailors, because it all started out at the screw pile.
Really?
My friend Peter Sorellis introduced me to Peter and Trish Craig, and we did that when it was, I forgot the name of the regatta back then, but it was before the present administrative structure of the screw pile.
Right, the race in Solomon's Island, Maryland.
Yes, exactly. And I do remember one of the best parts of the whole week was going out jogging with the Craigs.
Fitness fanatics.
Fitness fanatics, and obviously they still are.
Yeah. Well, and just kind of tell me what it is you love about Key West and how it came to be that you stayed for so long. I mean, obviously you keep coming back.
Keep coming back because it's the greatest regatta in the United States, and it's Peter Craig.
Good call.
Peter Craig makes it all worthwhile because of the administration.
Now, Division III has traditionally been the perf classes. Kind of tell me some of your memories. I mean, there's been some years back in the heyday of this regatta when you had, 100 boats on that fleet, or that division, I would imagine.
Right. You're right. And actually, with a fewer number of boats, I think we're getting better racing today with a lesser number of boats, simply because there's more lanes, there's more clear air, starting lines aren't quite as crowded. But also, some of the other memories, I remember one time when we lost a signal boat and we had to go out on a smaller boat, which is 6 people, and 5 out of the 6 were seasick.
Oh boy.
Before we got the job done. And just coming down here, and like this week is a great example of gorgeous weather. And look at the weather map, and Annapolis and Chicago are
in the teens.
They're in the teens.
It snowed in Annapolis today.
That's right.
Well, now, what do you consider important to having good racing? As a PRO, it's your job to make sure that the sailors get good racing. What are some of the things that you feel are important to keeping the sailors happy down here in Key West?
Well, the first and easiest way to do that is to talk to the sailors.
Okay.
And get feedback from the sailors. But square starting lines, on time, communication, and let them know what's going on. No surprises.
Now, you've obviously probably done a few different types of, we're into the windward leeward now. Did you used to do different types of courses in the early days of Key West? Did we do Olympic triangles or different sailing than we do now?
We did triangles, and now the windward leewards are over and over again, a little redundant. And my friend Peter Sorellis had a great idea of let's think about doing trapezoids.
Yeah.
I think that especially with these planing boats, it would be a riot to do that, and something a little new. But I would hope that somebody would think about the trapezoids. I think it's a great idea.
Well, I was going to say, do you think at some point we will get away from the windward leeward? It's kind of become the buoy type racing in our country, and it would be nice to do something different. People always tell me that they love the government mark races in Annapolis on the Chesapeake Bay just because it's something different.
Yep, I think you're absolutely right. And I think that different levels of competition want different things. But I think that we should have a little bit more than just up and down. And trapezoid, buoy races, triangles, distance races, I think they all come into effect.
Now, Wayne is a very well-known race official, mostly on the Chesapeake Bay with the Annapolis Yacht Club and CBYRA. And Wayne, you were recently highlighted in Scuttlebutt. A lot of people talking about that down here this week. You have suddenly become quite famous. What led you to get into Scuttlebutt? How did that happen?
It's really interesting because they approached me.
Okay.
I don't know. And it's the second time it's happened. Once maybe 6-7 years ago, and which was very low key, no big deal. And all of a sudden this year it's a big deal. I don't know what it is.
So that makes you the most renowned race official down here in Key West.
I don't think that's true. don't talk to Dave Brennan and Kenny Legler about that.
Thank you, Wayne.